Get ready to witness the birth of pure chaos. In the world of Spider-Man, there are villains, and then there's Carnage, a monster born from the twisted union of a psychopathic killer and an alien symbiote. This is the story of his horrifying debut. The tale begins with a city gripped by fear. A new serial killer is stalking the streets of New York, leaving a trail of bodies so brutally savage that even seasoned police are shocked. The killer is a phantom, striking without a clear motive, his only goal seemingly to spread anarchy and death. For Peter Parker, the nightmare becomes personal when he discovers one of the first victims was a man he knew. As Spider-Man, he feels the weight of responsibility and begins a desperate investigation, but the sheer brutality of the crimes leaves him unsettled. As he swings through the city, haunted by the violence, a horrifying suspicion begins to form. The talk of living skin and bodies torn apart reminds him of his terrifying nemesis, Venom. Spider-Man soon pieces together the dreadful truth. During a previous battle, the Venom symbiote spawned an offspring. This new alien parasite, just as violent and hungry as its parent, needed a host to survive. And it found the perfect match inside a maximum security prison, in the cell right next to Venom's former host, Eddie Brock. Its chosen partner was Cletus Kasady, a man who was a monster long before the symbiote found him. Kasady wasn't just a criminal, he was a nihilistic mass murderer, already serving 11 consecutive life sentences for his heinous crimes. He believes that laws are an illusion and that chaos is the only true freedom. Digging into his past, Peter uncovers a deeply disturbed history that began at the St. Est's Home for Boys, an orphanage that mysteriously burned to the ground years ago. An act of arson authorities now suspect was Kasady's first major crime. The symbiote didn't corrupt Cletus Kasady, it simply unleashed the pure evil that was already there. This union didn't create a new villain, it created a force of nature. It created Carnage. Knowing that Kasady would be drawn to the only place he ever considered home, Spider-Man tracks him to the burnt-out ruins of the orphanage. There, the confrontation is immediate and savage. Spidey is completely unprepared for what he faces. Carnage is faster, stronger, and infinitely more sadistic than Venom. He doesn't just fight, he revels in violence, morphing his limbs into razor-sharp axes and deadly blades, laughing as he attacks. Spider-Man's webbing is useless, as Carnage's tendrils simply slither through it. The first battle between hero and monster is a brutal, one-sided slaughter. Spider-Man is thrown, beaten, and overwhelmed. He barely survives, managing to push a police officer out of harm's way just before collapsing. Carnage escapes into the night, but not before leaving a chilling message scrawled in blood on a wall. Carnage rules. Battered and defeated, Peter Parker realizes he is completely outmatched. The Avengers and Fantastic Four are busy with planet-threatening crises. They don't have time for a serial killer. With innocent lives hanging in the balance and the weight of Carnage's existence on his soul, Spider-Man makes a desperate choice. To stop a monster this evil, he realizes he may need the help of another monster.